Hey guys, Angry Monkey here. We're playing some more Doki Doki Literature Club. So we just had a really weird interaction with Sayori in the last episode. No, you're not supposed to just randomly start buttoning up another girl's shirt, especially if you're a dude. I mean, they're not in a relationship yet, if that happens. Anyway, so Monika comes up, like, okay, everyone. Huh? Monika suddenly calls out. Okay, so this is different than the Game Grumps interaction. So that must have meant that I had more things with Sayori than I did with Natsuki. I did see the Game Grumps play this segment, and they had a big interaction with Natsuki. He helps her pull some manga out of the closet, and she starts talking about her manga, her love of manga, and he's like, oh, well, all these types of manga always end the same, and she's like, well, not really, and then she just starts talking about manga and lends him a manga, wants him to read at least a chapter of it or whatever by the next day. So that was interesting that on how different, like, nothing really happened because I haven't read the poem yet, but that was a completely different type of interaction than what the Game Grumps had. So anyway.
Yay! Ichitoku, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, it's the same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find out much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, like, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I wonder if this matters. Well, I mean, I guess we know Sayori the most, so I guess it makes sense to start with her. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Ichitoku!
Huh?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer!
I don't know, those random words I put in place just don't make a good poem, but whatever. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Okay. Jeez, I'm not sure Yuri's opinion has to be... I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Ichitoku poem.
Well, that's some bad grammar there, but whatever.
And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so... Thank you. I was going to say that too. You're so weird, Sayori.
Hey, I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Just reminds me how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Oh, well, I guess. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break... I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. Oops, I skipped over something.
It's like I said before, Ichitoku. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you up to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kiss my forehead to help me get out of bed. Make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Part of this actually sounds really good. Like, are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? That sounds like really poetic. Then you have this statement that's, if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. Like, okay. But then you have, I want breakfast. It reminds me of, there was an episode of SpongeBob where Patrick wrote a song that played on the radio. And, the song was the song's awful because Patrick wrote it. But, it's just the end of the song. This song is over, except for this line, you win this round, broccoli. It was how his song ended. And it's just, I don't know, it's like, this is good, this is kind of disturbing, this is so random. But anyway, let's click outside the poem area to continue. Okay. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No.
Just
a little bit?
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I'll still try my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially the last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
I ran out the front door with the toast out of my mouth. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
Hey, this was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Alright, well, I guess we'll get the harder voices out of the way, and then we'll do the easier voices. Okay.
Well, it's just about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So, basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine.
Can you show me mine? Because I don't know what I wrote.
Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. What kind of poem is this? Sayori's was a lot better. I kind of like the eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. But everything, this is a pretty awful poem.
Yeah.
Or
yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible. I like it.
What?
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff.
Well, yeah. Hold on.
So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly.
Whoa, sorry.
I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Oh. Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing is about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I said, I write 'em at the end, but then made me fall flat on. But then made it fall.
Sorry.
But then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out that feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
I know Danny commented on her little tooth thing here. I find that adorable though, like when I see that in anime characters. I've seen that in a few anime I've seen recently. Satoko from When They Cry, she's got the little tooth thing. And the girl from Is This a Zombie? The magical garment girl, and she's got the little tooth thing there. And Future Me, put up a couple other examples from anime that I've seen that might have the little tooth girl in there if you can think of one. But, I don't know. Danny's like, oh, it's ugly. And I'm like, no, it's adorable. Anyway.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go to Yuri. Starts the poem. More than a minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. It's horrible. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. Oh, so it's that bad. No. Then I just raised my voice. I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands, even though her hands are down here. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two. Okay, I don't know what that means, but whatever. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. You're the only one that's given me feedback at all, really.
Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Okay, so she smiles at me. She hands me the poem. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay. So, ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking about that at all.
It took you a long time to read it.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Yeah? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into
ghosts, Yuri?
Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Ichitoku.
Really? Must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Alright, I know I'm at 17 minutes. Let's just go ahead and finish this up. Okay, so let's see what Monika has to say.
Hi, Ichitoku. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
That's, good. I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever find any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Ichitoku. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past.
Yeah, that's true. Hand Monika my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had more of these, if you had those sorts of things in common.
Oh, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Huh? Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-beings. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when I read your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh my gosh, I sound like Yuri. But, in any case, Sayori's writing has a gentle feel to it. I can tell she's, exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew, like, someone so happy would enjoy sad things, too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, like, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's like the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So, like, don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Except for in this poem where we're trying to impress one of these cute girls here, but okay. Right, yeah.
Anyway, like, do you want to read my poem now?
I wanted to joke and say no, but yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for somebody who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's, like, cause I have to sound confident. Like, that doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Huh. I feel there's probably a lot of foreshadowing in this. I don't know, something about I don't know. I feel there's I don't know what, but there is some foreshadowing here that I'm just not seeing. Maybe I'm reading too deep into this, but I don't know.
So, like, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Like, it's okay. Yeah, like, the style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. This is like a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, like something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's just kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, like, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain just gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Okay. Few is right. So I'm going to call it an episode here. And I'll come back in a little bit for some more Doki Doki Literature Club. I have no idea. Like I said, I've already reached a point of I have no idea what's going to happen next. Especially since I was expecting that talk with Natsuki, and that didn't happen because I had the conversation with Sayori instead. So, I guess that means that there's multiple playthroughs to see. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'll have to just keep playing this, and if there's anything significant, I'll have to. I don't know if I'll necessarily have to play it again or what the deal is, but yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in another episode for some more Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope you've been enjoying my painful voice acting, but it's a lot of fun. I haven't done the voice acting in a video game since 999, which right now it's 2020. The last episode of 999 was recorded in January of 2018. So it's been over 2 years since recording that. So, wow, a lot's changed in just 2 years. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. We'll play some more of this. And we'll see on what happens with these characters. So anyway, I'll catch you guys then. Goodbye.